Hey guys, I'm creating a new series because, yeah, where I'm just going to be talking about a random topic on my second channel and trying to post daily. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it, this intro is going to be pre recorded. Everything else is just going to not be recorded. I'm just going to slap the intro with the rest of the video. So you'll see this lovely face and this lovely intro, every single intro. But if you want to skip it, it's like about a minute. Anyway, today's topic, well, actually, before we get into today's topic, make sure to subscribe and check out my main channel because my main channel is actually fun. But anyway, today's topic is going to be. Alright, today's conversation is about content me versus actual me. And there are some differences I'd like to point out, and some things I'd like to talk about. Because I don't think I turn myself on and off based off if I'm making content or not, or any of that type of stuff. I genuinely, when I am making content, just turn on my silly thoughts and just go, yeah, let's go for it. Let's do it. Because what's it gonna affect if I make a funny joke? Because I like being funny. I like trying to make people smile and laugh. I genuinely do. That is what I enjoy about content. It's trying to make the funny ha-has. I wouldn't say I'm the best at it, but I wouldn't say I'm bad at it either. I don't know. But difference between me and content me is me or actual me has different deciphering skills where I am able to in the moment make a decision or think about something and just do it with the snap of my fingers. And like analyze something to the extreme of like 5 seconds when it is like a crazy topic and I shouldn't have been able to think of it that fast. I genuinely don't know how I do it, and it scares me. Examples. I will talk about what is an example? Like problem solving at a job. I've been a manager at 2 of my jobs, which are the 2 jobs I've had conveniently enough. And both of these jobs, uh, there are quite a bit of problems with guests and customers from time to time, as you can expect. I'm not going to say necessarily what job, but if you've had a first job, you know there are problems, and there will be problems. And so to try to figure out these problems on the fly can be quite difficult. I'm not trying to say I know it all and know how to make these thoughts. I will make mistakes. I have made mistakes of these problem solving. I think the difference, though, is that some people are able, or not. I'm not even gonna say that I'm different necessarily. I don't know what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is, um, some people will have the ability to think fast, make a mistake, and continue to make the mistake, and some people sit there and learn from their mistakes. I think it's very, very important that if you make a mistake, to think about that mistake and think about how to do it better. Don't sit there and drive yourself insane about your mistake, but think about it. And I think content me versus regular me, like I would say right now, I'm more of regular me, where I'm just having whatever conversation, just doing my own thing, usually by myself somehow, which is what started my Discord status of just vibing alone. Is I felt alone, and I was always vibing. Because I wouldn't say I was depressed, I wouldn't say I was upset, I was just vibing. So that's what started that. But I don't know how to necessarily tell you there's a difference without telling you about regular Sea Dog. And it could sound arrogant, it could not. I have no idea. It's not intended to be arrogant or I'm so cool, but regular Sea Dog is able to sit there and shut up and be quiet. Regular Sea Dog usually just is not the person you would expect to sit there and have a conversation with or try to be funny. Regular Sea Dog is the one that, unless he's by his friends, is usually quite quiet or off to himself. And I don't know why that is. It doesn't make sense. Because I'm a people person, but I'm the person that wants to sit there and separate himself. I think the reason though is I fear how I could be treated from when I was younger, most likely. I think that's what that is, but I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you why I sit there off in the background. I genuinely don't know. It just happens. And I'm okay with it. I haven't noticed anything bad from it. But I do wish I was talking with people more. But that's okay. That type of stuff will happen eventually. I usually do try to talk with people. Like, I would say Manager Sea Dog will talk with so many people. And it's not just because I have to talk with customers and guests, but because, like, I have to talk to the new employee, make sure they're welcomed, make sure that the team is doing well, make sure that people aren't completely failing, and work as a group with people. And so I would say that when I'm on the job, I talk with people a little bit more. But that's because I'm enjoying my job and I enjoy the people usually. And it's not as simple as, yo, I just enjoy the people. It's more of like, I enjoy my job, or I did enjoy my job, and so I wanted to sit there and try to lighten up other people's day and try to encourage them. Because a lot of them were struggling a lot with like social stuff and school and whatnot, or personal life. And so just sitting there and listening to people is also can be helpful, and just talking with them and seeing how they're doing. I think the difference from Content Sea Dog and regular Sea Dog is regular Sea Dog shuts up a lot. But regular Sea Dog has a lot more deep conversations where I will sit there and hyper analyze everything. But not to like an extreme, but to like the point where I can talk about it with someone. So like an example, the other day I was thinking about what makes content good and what makes content bad, and specifically in terms of events, in Minecraft events. And it came down to how entertaining versus how much of a sweat you are. And usually it turns into how entertaining you are. That is the importance in content creation, is if you can or cannot, or if you can hold a crowd and be entertaining to the said crowd. Skill is an added benefit, but if you cannot hold the crowd, your skill is useless in terms of content creation. And so like hyper analyzing things like that, or just talking and seeing how people are doing and just hanging out with people is what regular Sea Dog does. Is he just overanalyzes everything. I'm not the one who sits there and runs around and is hyper and is doing 100 million things. I would love to run around, don't get me wrong. I love sports, but I don't get an opportunity to do that. Regular me, when there is a literally anything, will just over research and overthink. Not overthink, but over like look, not overlook, underlook. I don't know. We'll just look at things very deeply. Yeah. I'm gonna have to organize my shulkers after this, but it's fine. And make a few more, I think. But it's nice using shulkers rather than whatnot. I think it's funny, though, seeing the difference of regular Sea Dog and content Sea Dog. Because I don't think many people would expect this big of a difference. And I really can't fully explain why there's much of a difference. But there is. Sucked in. Sorry, random distraction on song. And regular Sea Dog, I would say, is a lot more on task. Where regular Sea Dog will just pick something and be like, this is what we're doing. And just get her done. At least in terms of, like, outside of home life. At least in terms of regular Sea Dog. When I am making content, I feel like I am in 7 different locations at once. Hold on, sorry. And so, I think there needs to be a balance where I'm showing my actual character opposed to showing content side of things, because people want to see people. But I don't think that content Sea Dog should be out in the public. I also don't think that regular Sea Dog should be content Sea Dog. I think there is a good balance to the two. Oh. Clutched. And so, I don't know. I just wanted to say that there is a difference. I think it's funny how big of a difference. But I think there needs to be a difference. Because regular Sea Dog also has a personal life. And could you imagine me talking about my real life problems? Not like just talking about it, but like, what am I trying to say? Just talking about, I don't know, sitting in the corner and talking about deep conversation and being more quiet and silent. Would you rather watch that, or would you rather watch actual Sea Dog, which tries to make jokes and goes for funny and will do the silly thing that comes to head rather than go, no, that's stupid, don't do that, you're gonna make a fool of yourself, Sea Dog? You see, normal Sea Dog, I think, long story short, is more calculated. If he sees something as stupid, he's not gonna do it. Opposed to content Sea Dog, if I see something stupid, what's stopping me? It is a possible for a funny and for content. So why wouldn't I? Something I saw from Mumbo at some point through the Imp and Skiz podcast was, if you have a silly idea, just do it. Like, why not? Like, sure, it's probably stupid, but why not? That's what people watch content creators for, is for the entertainment, but also to learn something at some point too. If you aren't giving any value in the learning aspect, then it's kind of pointless. But if you're not giving any value in the content side of things, or not in the content side of things, then what's the point of your speech? What's the point of your conversation? Like these conversations I'm doing with you, chat, could be completely pointless because I am just rambling and talking. I'm not sitting here trying to be funny, but it could be giving you guys value. And so there needs to be a balance. If I'm doing my main channel videos or my live streams, there are two different things I could be going for, is value or content and funnies. When I am doing YouTube videos, I am primarily going to go for the funny. When I'm doing stream, I could go for either. Because either I will include some funny bits, but I will also try to just have conversation with chat. Because I enjoy just talking with chat. Enjoy talking with you guys. Or you people. Because you guys are people. And so, learning from you guys and talking with you guys is also fun. Because everyone goes through different experiences in life. And will have different information than the other person. No one is going to be the exact same as me and go through all the same things I did. How many of you guys are a short redhead with blue eyes? Probably none of you. Maybe there's one of you out there watching that does, but genuinely probably about none of you are going to have those specifics. And that's okay. Not everyone has to be me. Not everyone has to be like you. But it's fun talking with people because everyone goes through something different. And you can learn something different from each and every person. Like, I might have gone through being bullied and I wouldn't say harassed, but just being treated disrespectfully. But there's a way to deal with that, and I've learned the way to deal with that. Maybe I might not be perfect at it, but I know how to deal with people that aren't always the most respectful. At least I like to think so. And so that's value I could give people. People could give me... Maybe someone went through something different when they were younger, which they probably did, and they learned something different. They can probably give me that as value. So, like, an example, this is probably going to be something I know, just because I can only give examples of things I know, because that's how the human brain usually works. But if, like, an example of someone grew up and what's a big mistake? They decided to smoke when they were younger. Totally. Maybe their advice for me is to not smoke and they regret it, and the reasons why. That is information I can get from them. I already don't plan on smoking, so it's not like that means a ton to me. If someone were to be like, yeah, I smoked when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, why? What up? How do you feel about it now? I would probably ask questions about what they thought about it and learn from that. But what I'm trying to say is everyone goes through different things and will give you different value. And so obviously you aren't just going to become friends with people for this value. But yeah, anyhow, we're not talking about friends. We're talking about, what were we talking about? We were talking about content Sea Dog versus normal Sea Dog. I think just normal Sea Dog is very different. I think if you saw me in real life and saw my content, you would not think I was the same person. You would know that I'm the same person based off me telling you I'm the same person. But you wouldn't know that we're the same person. But anyway, thank you all for listening to my random ramble. With that, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day and catch you all in the next one. Bye!